now.
Ta-da! I'm living proof, baby. Miracles happen.
How about that?
You laugh, Alan, but Google's bailed me out of a lot of things. I'm telling you, I had muscle cramps. It said eat walnuts, almonds, and bananas. I've been eating them like crazy. No cramps. Who needs doctors when you got Google?
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
That is, do as I say, not as I do. I would not advocate going to Google for doctor advice. How are you, Dupes?
I'm great.
A lot of people do, though.
Yeah.
How do you know that you're hitting the right Google doctor?
I know, right? WebMD is like, people think that substitutes a doctor's appointment.
By the way, I'm just tweeting the show. I'm sorry. You know that you love your job when you show up on a Monday and it feels like a month since you've been there.
Yeah.
And we were so busy telling stories that I forgot to get everything off the ground here that I normally do. So I'm just tweeting this, the Listen Live link, the YouTube link, the Game Plus link. So hi, Canada and Canadian sports fans around the world. Welcome to your favorite sports talk show. Here we go. Brand new week. It's episode number 476 of Canada's daytime sports talk show. Just hang on a second, Director Jordan, with the quick six, because got a few things I want to get out of the way. Do you have the text line
Plugged in
your office, right?
Right beside the chair you were sitting in all morning, I might add.
Saying our minds, gone, squirrels, relax. We're all crazy. It's not a competition. Number one, Darren Dreger will be our guest coming up later on in hour one, the TSN NHL insider, and Jeff Reinbold, Hamilton Tiger Cats special teams coordinator in hour two for an NFL draft recap, as he is from Sky Sports, their NFL analyst. I just want to say this before the quick six. You had a good weekend, I assume?
Amazing.
I had an amazing weekend, and I just want to tell a quick couple fun stories. Cool?
Yeah.
I was alone Friday evening, so I took Big Bird for a tool. You saw that it was 26 degrees Celsius Friday in Regina, which was like 90 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to go for a drive. And I did, and I got pulled over by the RCMP outside town. And I'm like, how about that? I know. So the guy comes walking up to the Jeep from the backside, says, you're the radio guy. Which is not uncommon that the police would say that here in this province. And he goes, I recognize the name. Now I recognize the face. And I said, obviously, you've lived around here for a while. And he goes, oh, yeah, he laughed, 25 years. You know why I pulled you over? I'm like, I have no idea, but I don't think I was speeding. And he's like, nope. I'm driving a 1975 antique Jeep, okay? I'm like, mother, father. He's going to give me tickets out the yin-yang here on this thing. You're minus mud flaps. You need mud flaps on this thing. And it would be nice if you had a license plate light over the back of your license plate. And I'm like, what if I don't drive it at night? He goes, do you drive it at night? Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to work. So get the mud flaps, get the license plate light, have a good day. And that was it. And then I just, driving, took off on my thing. But I'm thinking, I had this thing for 4 years, and nobody has said I need mud flaps.
Right.
I'm driving on the highway. There's no mud. But I'm a yes sir, no sir kind of guy when it comes to law enforcement, and it could have been worse.
Yes.
Right? And then golf Sunday at Deer Valley, our partner, and it was awesome. For a first round, it was great. I had some of the best advice I could have ever gotten from my brother-in-law. He said, stop thinking. Get up to the ball and hit it. Don't go through your dang checklist.
And it works.
It worked. Can you believe it? It worked. Don't think. Who would think?
Unbelievable. You know, that's always the case, right? And I find that even in my own golf game. I put on the shoes, I pick out the outfit, you go out there and you have a bad day. But if you go out there in like flip-flops and you don't care and you're stress-free, you play better.
That's what it was. I see that Ryan McCarthy in Saratoga, New York has sent in a $5 super chat, but he didn't say anything.
He's not that late, though.
$5 from Ryan McCarthy.
He's paying the
Monty, viewer Monty says, how much was your ticket, Rod? It wasn't a ticket. That's the point. He's like, get mud flaps on this thing, and Bob's your uncle. Have a nice day. Gave me my license back. It was amazing. That was a great start to the weekend. And then if I may just end it with this, it's my commentary today on Cat Country and Rock 98.5. I was invited to go on this Zoom call last night with former NFL coach, and he'll probably be back in the NFL again, Bob Wiley. Now he's with the Ottawa Redblacks. And I'll say it on the air who was on this Zoom call. Paul Charbonneau invited me, longtime Canadian coach. I said the other day, Alouettes and Bombers. Craig Smith, Dominic Picard. I told you some of them. Mike Gibson. Rick Thompson, a lot of guys, and pro coaches, and I'm the only media guy on there. And I said, Sharbs, look, you better ask Coach Wiley if it's okay if I'm on the call, because he hates the media. And Charbonneau was like, no, you're good. Wiley be fine. He just hates cameras at practice. You get that, right? As far as being on the call, it's great. And I don't know, I'm expending a lot of time in my stories here, but should I give him the Coles notes of the most important thing? Yeah. This could be our ultra update, too, because it's my commentary. The question's always, how do you move up? Coach, how do you move up? We get it in our mentorship programs. How do you move up in this business? And he's like, I came out of college as a teacher, had played college ball, started teaching. I was coaching minor football, Pop Warner in America, and I decided very quickly I didn't want to be a teacher. So I went in to quit, and the principal said, well, I noticed you're coaching minor football, Pop Warner. Do you want to take over our high school football program? And he goes, that's a job? He's like, yeah. So I start coaching high school football. I go to all these coaching clinics, building relationships, starting files. And then from there, it went Brown University, then to the NFL with Arizona, New York, Oakland, Denver. What am I forgetting? Tampa Bay. Some stops in the CFL. He was with Saskatchewan in 2009. That's where I got to know him. He used to always do card tricks for the flight attendants on the flights. And I'm like, what? This guy's got the meeting out of the palm of his hand. He looks like Craig Stadler. What the hell?
I know.
He's got charm. He's got personality. And actually, I saw a side of Coach Wiley last night on the Zoom that I didn't even know existed. And by the way, he said the most fun I ever had coaching was in Pop Warner when those little kids came out of the huddle, and I was so happy that they would line up at center, guard, and tackle because they had no idea what they were doing. He said the higher you go in this sport, yeah, there's more money, but the pressure is exponentially more. And the fun kind of gets sucked out of it. So as Miley Cyrus, that noted philosopher, said, it's the climb.
It's the climb. It's funny you said that because, and I know, we're getting bogged down in this, but that's
all good.
What doesn't matter if you're a young, business student or a broadcaster or in any discipline you are, if your only goal is, okay, I'm here, how do I get to the top? How do I move as fast as I can, get to the top? Mm-hmm. And if that's your only goal, it's like trying to pick your career, deciding, well, which one's going to make me the most money? It's a failure waiting to happen, right? It needs to be, you're doing it because you love it. Think about your first job. I mean, I went to Rosetown and Kindersley to do clippers. I thought I was at the top of the world. It's the greatest job ever.
It's the climb.
I could do this forever, right? And he probably thought that coaching high school football. This is the best. I can do this forever. Got a college job. It's like, no, this is the best. I can do this forever.
He never thought about his next job.
Exactly.
He just enjoyed doing what he was doing, and poof. Anyways, I'm seeing a lot of questions come in from the viewers. This is the warm-up for the Four Seasons Sports Palace. This is where we ask the questions. Viewer takeover is later on in the program. Thanks. So the quick 6 show topics, please. Thank you, Jordan. Thanks for sitting through that. Director Jordan. Number 1, these are of importance to me. The Blue Jays sweep the Royals. Where's my horn? Can you believe? I didn't watch much of it because it's summertime. You're going to see me on a boat on the golf course somewhere else, but I'm just seeing these scores. I'm like, what the heck is going on? The Blue Jays, I wrote it down, 14-12 now, a game and a half out of first place, and the AL Eastern leading Boston Red Sox. So, and George Springer's come around. He's hurt mildly, but whatever. They're at Oakland tonight, and we're just very proud of the Toronto Blue Jays. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball.
Let's go.
Point 2, NFL draft leftovers. There were 4 Canadians selected, and Jevon Holland. Our guy Craig Smith knows his stuff, man. Our director of scouting said he's a lock, the top Canadian to go, and he was. So congratulations to him. The Dallas, I would ask you, the viewers, how did your team do? I see the Dallas Cowboys, my team, America's team, was given a C by The Athletic. I don't know if that means anything. The Cowboys are very happy, but you always leave the draft table happy. Right?
Yeah.
The team's always, whether you're drafting your Stanley Cup playoff pool that you dropped $20 on or the NFL draft, you leave the table thinking you did a great job.
And
correct?
And most teams always have a bad draft. Most teams. I mean, it's rare that you come away having this great draft with tons of players who can play.
Yeah. Aaron Beach writes in and says, is 14-12 a good record? Baseball is weird. It's a hell of a lot better than 1-25. They're a game and a half off the division lead. Who cares what the record is? They're in the thick of it. They just swept the Braves. Wiki. Is this thing on? Who cares what the record is?
Yeah.
They're rolling.
I mean, it shows parity in the division, and they're rolling.
14-12, they're going the right way. By the way, on the NFL thing, this is really sad what's going on with the Aaron Rodgers thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody that said that this is irreparable is right in year one. It's divorce time now. And this morning on ESPN, they're lining up who's at fault, and they're choosing sides. They're not going to counseling.
No, they're not. And this is
over.
But we've seen this before. I mean, I saw with my Titans. There was a conflict between Vince Young and Jeff Fisher. And Bud Adams, the owner at the time, had to make a decision. He sided with Jeff Fisher. Wasn't the right move, but you don't know that till later. And now we find out through Mike Tirico, who saw Aaron Rodgers at the Kentucky Derby, it's the GM. It's Rodgers and the GM. Rodgers is only going to come back if the GM is not there.
Wow.
Goes back to the trade. So now the ownership group has to decide.
Who do we?
GM,
it's like they're picking sides.
Or Aaron Rodgers. It's just like any divorce. Which couple friends do you get to keep? You get these ones. Who are you siding with? Aaron Rodgers or the general manager?
The general manager is going to win.
Likely,
I would think. So it's sad. Divorce is war. It's horrible. And that's where they're going with the Green Bay Packers. It's unfortunate. Point 3, NHL weekend leftovers. All I'm going to say about this, one, is how is there only one game on Sunday? That's ridiculous. The Winnipeg Jets, please don't give up on the Winnipeg Jets. I know they've lost, 6 in a row? I said it 3 times last week. I'll say it a 4th. This is not the time to throw in the towel if you're the Winnipeg Jets fans or the team. My God, you came this far? I realized a lot about Jets fans. They're somewhat neurotic. You can't argue that. You stick it out for a few more weeks, maybe a month. Well, I'm not a Jets fan. I think we provide a nice little non-biased opinion here.
Of course.
On these teams.
Look, with the Jets and with any team in any situation, if you've got good pieces, which I think we would all agree that the Jets have good pieces, and we like the build of the makeup of this team, when you take them back to zero, which will happen at the end of the regular season, and everybody's on even playing ground, their mindset's going to change. They're not going to be stuck in, we've lost 6 in a row as they get ready to play. They're going to be square one, 0-0 in the series, and they're going to come back, and we're going to see what the Jets are made of.
From Ivan Diablo, he's a Ticats fan. He says, hey, Rod, are your ankles okay with jumping on and off the Blue Jays bandwagon? LOL. He's just trolling. I'm not on and off the Jays bandwagon. For 20 years, I was wake me up when you're relevant again, but you've never heard me cheering for any other Major League Baseball team. Never, never, never. Some years they're better than others, but I'm a Jays guy, believe me. Point 4, CFL Draft preview. We'll get into that more later on. The Canadian Football League draft is Tuesday night. And there's a key point that came up. There's a bit of a war brewing at rodpedersen.com in the comments section. Somebody wrote in and said, why are they even having a draft? The league hasn't played in a year and a half. The players haven't played in over a year, at least the Canadian NCAA or U Sports kids. And one of the coaches wrote in and said, it's very important for the football community. They're very excited. And the point that struck me as soon as I read that was, it would be nice if more than just the football people were excited about this draft. That must have struck you the same, right?
Yeah, it's one thing, when you play the game and coach the game and are involved in the game, of course you have interest in the game. But we need that, and we need fans and people in this country to be excited about the game and miss the game and care about the game as much as the players and coaches do. We need more of it for sure.
Ivan Diablo, watching on YouTube, says, I'm an Argos fan, but you keep calling me a Ticat fan. Sounds like you're trolling. Gotcha. And the other thing about the NFL draft is it's a marketing vehicle, not just about selecting players. It's a tool for the entire league. The CFL draft is just about selecting players. It's in no way a marketing tool for the league at all. But that's a topic we'll probably spend more time on tomorrow, the day of the actual draft. Point 5, I got my lights punched out in the Kentucky Derby, Bob Barker style. Whack, whack, whack. And that's why I should call up this thing here. Yep, throw it over to him. Did you watch the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah, Soup and Sandwich finished dead last.
They got smoked.
They got smoked. Dead last. And
don't eat a soup and sandwich before going to the post.
Like the King is the one I put some money on, and they were near the bottom too.
Okay. So if you're going to bet, I lost $23 on the Kentucky Derby, and I went by what horse's name sounded nice.
Yep.
Soup and salad, whatever the hell it was, soup and sandwich, like you say, didn't even place. I got my lights pumped out, but I didn't spend any time researching it. Pucks U, folks. Yes, that's right. Pucks University. Sign up for the Pedersen Playoff Special at universityofpucks.com and learn how to become one of the top NHL, DraftKings, and FanDuel players on the planet. For only $20, RP Show viewers get full site access from now until they hoist the cup. Pucks U has it all, from systems, stats, strategies, and more. You can't afford not to sign up at universityofpucks.com. You're going to bet anyways instead of losing all your money being like me on horse racing, who has no idea what I'm doing. If you're going to put money down on hockey, go to Pucks U, universityofpucks.com, and learn about it. That's what the whole website's about. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
I had no idea what I was doing with horse racing, but it was fun. $23 I lost. Pinckney said he lost $90 because we have no idea what we're doing. I could have spent all day Saturday reading up on the horses. I didn't want to.
Just wanted to have a skin in the game for the race.
Give me a reason.
Yeah.
And man, did I got dummied, trounced. Congratulations to Medina Spirit, by the way, and his trainer, Bob Baffert. Does he look rich or what?
Oh, I know. All the guy does is win.
Look at the guy. How do you keep that suit from getting manure on it? Especially when he's walking through the alley.
Oh, man. I know.
It just looks rich.
Yeah.
Something about a guy like that. So, anyways, that's the warm-up, recapping an incredibly fun weekend. And now, looking ahead, TSN's Darren Dreger joins us next. You're watching the RP Show on Game Plus TV across all 10 provinces and 31 states, live daily on YouTube and Facebook, and 24-hour sports talk for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com. Listen live.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.